Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, guys, in Duolingo, there are two main scoring sessions which are considered difficult. That is, those are writing sessions, and the other one is speaking. Okay. So today we are doing the first session of writing, and writing and speaking are considered difficult because they are being scored on production too. Okay. You have to be very interesting, innovative, proper grammar, everything in writing and speaking. So I want you all to be focused today. I want you to pay complete attention, because if you are attending today and tomorrow and paying attention, understanding the points that I'm telling you, using the concepts I'm telling you, and going through the formats I'm telling you, if you do this alone, you will be able to score somewhere between 130 to 140 in Duolingo. Post that, everything is practice. Okay. So are you guys ready? Let's go. Okay. Today we are going to discuss two topics. One is write about the photo. Okay. It's going to come three times in the question in the examination, and you will be given 1 minute to write about the photo. Okay. We'll discuss in depth about how to write it. And the other one is summarize the conversation. Remember, yesterday we did a interactive listening, whereas you listen to the audio and answer it accordingly. Today, we are going to summarize the whole conversation based upon yesterday's topic. Cool. For this, you will be getting, like, you will be getting two questions of this kind in the examination, and you will be given 75 seconds to solve this. But in what I mean is, you will be given 75 seconds to summarize the conversation. Got it? Yeah. Let's move ahead. So first, let's get into this, guys. Some of the key points to remember are: appears immediately after interactive listening. Cool. Okay. Summarize the conversation in 75 seconds. We did that already. You can read the conversation before you begin writing. Guys, this is a really big plus point. Okay. Here you will be getting some time to read the whole conversation. The whole conversation will be displayed on your screen so that you can have an overview of the whole conversation, and you can make a sequence of summary in your brain. Okay. You can't physically take any notes because that is completely banned in the examination. Okay. Contributes to your literacy and production scores. I've already told this to you earlier. And scored based on the production subscore criteria. Okay. Cool. Next, some of the important tips: use best practices of writing. And if you didn't choose the correct answer in the previous section, see, even if you have answered some wrong answers in the conversation, that is scored on a different topics. Here, the summary, the it is completely scored on your production and literacy. Okay, so you don't have to mess up your summary just because you have selected few wrong options in the previous sequence of questions. Got it? Okay. You don't have very much time, you only have 75 seconds. So as soon as your 75 seconds start, just start writing with your summary. Okay. Cool. So some of the strategies. Okay. First one says, before finishing the listening part, read the situation carefully. Okay. You can write your first and second sentences based on the situation. This is a very important strategies, guys. I'll give you the example also here. If you see, you are a student in journalism class. Okay. After today's lecture on reporting, you approach your professor to talk, to ask them more about what it means to cultivate sources. Okay, this is the scenario. Okay, so what is a strategy to use first and second sentences of your summary based on the scenario itself? Okay, see what the samples summary, they are expecting you to write at least 50 to 70 words. Okay, so here I'm already writing two sentences. Look at my summary. I asked my professor a question after class today. I asked them to explain the concept of cultivating sources as a reporter. Okay, can you see in my summary? Because the scenario itself is telling me what the conversation is going to be about. So, in my summary, also, see, summary is what you completely try to tell the whole conversation in just 3 to 4 sentences, right? So, your scenario is nothing, it is gonna provide a lot of your summary. Is it easy? Okay, all you have to do is, based on scenario itself, I'm telling that, okay, see, I asked my professor a question after class today. That's what he did. He wanted to approach his professor to ask more about cultivate sources. Okay, I asked them to explain the concept of cultivating sources as a reporter. Okay, now some more strategies are, we need to focus on some opening phrases before beginning your summary, which I'll be giving you some more. Okay, and write in first person. Use I and the active voice. Okay, so here, as you physically, suppose if I am the student who has written the examination or who is writing the examination, I am actively participating in the conversation with my teacher, my professor, or my student or my fellow friend, right? So the summary I'll be writing, it should have words such as I, my professor, my friend, okay, myself, we together. Got it? Because you are involved in that situation, so you write it in first person. Okay, these are some points, guys, you should focus on majorly. Guys, I want thumbs up every time I tell you some major point and you think this is that will be helpful for you. Okay, good. Now write full paragraphs and not bullet points. Okay, this is important. Why? Because summary, even we have been reading summaries since childhood, right? We always read it in a paragraph, three to it's just 3 to 4 sentences clubbed together. Okay, and if you want me to tell, see, what is the situation about, what happened, and what's the outcome. That's all is summary. Okay, it should not be more than 4 sentences. That's what I believe. Okay, if even if you want to club it even small, because the examination is asking for more sentences, what we are doing is we are trying to write more sentences. Otherwise, it's just the one sentence should be about the scenario. Second sentence should be about what is happening. Third sentence should be about the outcome. That's all. Okay, next. So here, if you see, all you have to do is you have to follow a simple structure. Okay, I am gonna feed you step by step very easily how to write your summary. I'm going to give you everything. It's going to be very easy. Just look at this structure. As I told you, the first sentence should be, who did you talk to and about what? Okay, because interactive listening is about the question type. Yesterday we discussed, right? So what happens in the examination, I'll tell you. Interactive listening is a whole sequence of 5 to 6 questions that we have discussed yesterday, right? Based on that 6 questions only, you will be asked to write summary, right? So here, you have to first talk about who did you talk to and about what. Okay, you can use any of these 4 sentences, such as, I had a conversation with my professor about, okay, or during a meeting with my professor. See here, this actively we are using my professor, my friend. Okay, my, if it is something else, or we have discussed during a meeting with my what do you say, head minister, we discussed. Okay, I and my professor had discussed. Okay, always try to put yourself in the place. Okay, imagine that that is literally happening with you. You are a part of that conversation. Okay, cool. Now, my friend, classmate, professor, and I talked about, I and my professor discussed on. Okay, do you think this is easy to start the summary with? Guy, thumbs up, guys. Yeah, so let's just follow this sequence. Once you start, Okay. Suppose let's just follow this sequence. Let's consider this scenario itself. Okay, you are a student in journalism class, and after today's lecture on reporting, you approach your professor to ask them more about what it means to cultivate. Okay, so what do you think? I want you guys to write in chat based on this scenario. How will you write the first sentence? Come on, write it in the chat box fast. Write an introduction statement for it. You want, I will put this on the screen. Okay, that is just a scenario, right? We did not show the whole conversation. So let's wait. I'll give you a little more explanation and then I'll jump to the topic. Okay. Uh, so, okay, these are few sentences you can use. Let's get into a little more detail. Okay. So, guys, I'll give you the whole conversation and then we'll get into it. Okay. Now you have first introduced that you have spoken to this professor, you had a conversation with them and you discussed about the cultivating sources. Okay, now second topic, second sentence, okay, second structure will be, you need to give more detail, like what were the ideas, what did you guys discuss about. Okay, so my professor suggested that, or we discussed about, or we agreed on, he she informed me that. Okay, understood. So here you are giving a cumulative approach, or what has happened, you're giving a feedback about what has happened. Okay, now last one is the outcome. So what was the conclusion about? Okay, I agreed with my professor and said that, or we planned on doing this, or we concluded our discussion by mentioning. Cool. So now let's go do an example, we all together now, guys. I want you guys to, I'll be giving an example now. I want you all to try writing each and every sentence and give me a chance to correct you. Okay. So today, we should be confident about summarizing the conversation. This is one of the major writing tasks, and today we should be confident with it. Cool. Now, this is the template you can simply have in mind. But also remember that I gave you multiple sentences for each of the sequence. So that should be easy for you, because you can't always use the same sentence. Suppose we have two similar questions, right? If you use the same sentences, even the system can find out that you have just prepped for these two sentences, right? So look at this. I have given so many examples. Do some mixing and matching. Okay, uh, don't follow the single template. But for example, I made a template. If you see here, we are doing all the three structures that I told you about. See, I had a conversation with my professor or my friend about, and my professor suggested that we discussed. So mostly it is about a discussion only, right? So that you can use it as a template. And finally, we discussed, we decided on. Cool. Now let's go ahead. This is a scenario. Okay, now everybody get into your shoes. Okay, this is a scenario where you are in that scenario. Okay, let's do our best. You are a student who is struggling to balance your extracurricular activities with your schoolwork. You have a meeting with your professor to discuss how you can better manage your time. Clear? Scenario is clear. Now let me read the conversation for you. Okay, I will read the conversation for you, and then I'll change the screen. I want you guys to write three structures one after the other. Okay. First, let me read the conversation. Uh, Student, Professor, I was hoping to talk to you about managing my time better. Professor, of course. What seems to be the issue? You. I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities and I'm finding it tough to balance everything with all my coursework. Do you have any advice on how I can manage my time better? Professor, I understand. What are some of the activities that are taking up most of your time? Student, I'm heavily involved in the campus clubs for debates and journalism, and I'm also on the club soccer team. Professor, okay. Have you considered cutting back on some of those activities? You, student, I have, but they are all really important to me. So I'm trying to find a way to balance them all while still keeping up with my schoolwork. Professor, have you tried creating a schedule to manage your time better? Student, yeah, I have, but I am having a hard time sticking to it. Do you have any suggestions? Professor, it might be helpful to start with a smaller schedule and build up from there. Also, try to be realistic with the time you have and what you can accomplish. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Student, okay, thank you for your suggestions. I'll try to implement those and hopefully see some improvement. Okay, got the run through? Now we are skipping to the I want you to start writing. Okay, so this is your template, guys. Let's first only write the first sentence. Okay, who did you talk to and about what? I want answers running in. Okay, remember the scenario, guys. You are a student who is struggling with time issues. Guys, clear? Okay. I had a conversation with my professor about time management to participate in extracurricular activities. Good, Hari Krishna. Very good. Okay. Let's wait for a few more points before we go to the next topic. Sorry, next structure. Guys, come on. Jyotika, guys, if you write here, I'll be able to correct you. We can experiment. Hari Krishna, you can also try writing with the third sentence. Okay, this is a different way of writing. I had a conversation with my professor about how to deal the time management to participate in extracurricular. Laya Kishore, everything is right. Okay. I just want to correct a small grammar mistake. How to deal with the time management. Okay. Deal the time management is not right. Deal with the time management. Everything else is perfect. Okay. Cool. Jyotika, I had a conversation with my professor about time management regarding great. Cool. Okay. Any other answers coming in? Okay. Guys, now get into the ideas or what did you guys okay. Uh yeah, cool, Hari Krishna. Okay. Guys, now let's go ahead. Now what was the conversation? What did you guys have a discussion about? Let's get into the second topic. Like the second structure, more detail. Come on. Think, because in the examination you will not be having the conversation in front of your eyes. You should have it in your mind. Jitendra Reddy, Anusha, you were answering yesterday. Try answering. Okay. Uh, my professor Jyotika suggested. Okay. Or just that my professor suggested me. Okay. There are little grammar mistakes, Jyotika. Okay, just it is in the past, right? So my professor suggested me to make a timetable to manage the time. Okay, here also you're using too many twos. You can simply say my professor suggested to make a timetable uh, for managing the time better. Okay, otherwise great. Hari Krishna says we discussed on planning a to-do list and maintain accordingly. Okay. Hari Krishna, this is giving the complete closure. Okay. Yes, yes, Chandrakant. Please type Chandrakant. Okay. Laya Kishore says, my professor told me that to make a proper timetable to manage the time. Yes, Laya Kishore, that's good. Okay. Okay, guys. See, Hari Krishna. Okay. Cool. But here, guys, what I want to tell you is your professor was suggesting you to make a proper timetable. Uh, Along with that, he was also telling you to start small. Okay, let's see. You people also try to come up with the outcome, and then I'll tell you my point. Okay, now let's try writing the last sentence. Come on, guys. The silent peep. Okay, my professor suggests me about time management. Anusha, we went to a professor for issues with time management. How did he suggest? What did he suggest to manage your time better? Timetable, right? Timetable and starting small. Yeah. So, guys, come up with the outcome. What did you and your professor finally agreed on? Remember the conversation? Come on, guys. Guys, you people can type Chandrakant and Kajal. Okay. Hari Krishna says we concluded our meeting by planning timetable and start slowly flowing that or following that. Okay. Hari Krishna, the first sentence is good. Okay. We concluded our meeting by planning timetable. Okay. See, cool. The first sentence is correct. We concluded our meeting by planning timetable and start slowly. Okay. Following that. Great. I am happy with your sentence. But I don't think the conversation had anything about planning the timetable there, then and there only. Okay. The professor and student did not plan the timetable together. Okay. Uh, so we concluded that's my point. Come on, Laya Kishore, Jyotika, Anusha, come up with answers. This is the last sentence. If we do it, then we are confident about the summary. We are ready for the examination for this type of question. I agreed with my professor and said that I I definitely plan a timetable on maintaining time. Okay, Jyotika, everything is right except I agreed with my professor and said that I will. Okay, I will, because here you have to show your willingness, right? Everything else is perfect except that. Cool, good, Jyotika. Next, that's all. Shall I proceed forward, guys? Okay, so let's look at the answer. So here I have a demo answer for you. See, I had a conversation with my professor about how I can better manage my time. I find it hard to balance all my extracurricular activities with my coursework. Okay, so this is an extension. How to make it longer? If see, I already told you guys, if you can write longer, you should always write longer. Okay, so yeah, my professor suggested that I should try to cut back on some of them. See, what do they mean by them is extracurricular activities. Okay, which you guys missed on. This happened in the conversation. Okay, we also discussed on how to manage my time better, starting with a smaller schedule and building up from there. Additionally, we decided that I should be realistic with the time and I have and what I can accomplish and not be afraid to ask for help when I need it. So look at here, okay, just the conversation once. Here we professor was asking us first to cut down on some of the activities. Okay, then creating a schedule. Okay, this is good that you people were stuck on the timetable better. Okay, and smaller schedule. Okay, even while reading these conversations, you just have to focus clearly on like what are the main points. Okay, what did here, if you just look at this overall conversation, first you had time issue. The professor told that cut down some activities, or make a schedule and start small. Okay, just have these things in your brain and build a summary out of it. Now give me thumbs up quickly if you're confident about taking the summary questions in the examination. You guys are confident? Cool. Okay, guys. Now let's go to the next topic. Write about the photo. Okay. This is very important, guys. Okay. This is purely going to judge your writing skills, your explanatory skills, and I'm going to give you exactly all the templates needed for this write about the photo thing. Okay. So you will be given only 1 minute to complete. You must write at least one sentence. Okay. And this question might repeat 3 to 4 times in the examination. Cool. Now, so learn introductory statements, memorize these statements, and practice typing them out quickly. Okay. Be descriptive. Make a guess or prediction. Spelling and punctuation should be right. And you should also leave some time so that you can check for errors in the last. Okay. So I'll get into deeper explanation of this. Okay. So this is how it's going to be scored. As I told you, they'll be seeing your grammar, the kind of words you are using, the variety of grammar you're using, complex sentences. Okay, not small sentences, they want complex sentences, and the level of vocabulary, word choice. Okay, are you answering the question that they asked? Okay, uh, the pronunciation. Now, so guys, I want to see how much improvement is there post the format once I give that to you. Okay, for now, just looking at this image, I want you to try describing the photo and write me only 3 sentences. Okay, just try writing only 3 sentences looking at this image, and then I'll be teaching you how to do it. Cool. Kajal, what are you not being able to see? Screen is not visible to you? Sanya, screen is not visible? Okay.
It's visible.
Okay. Okay, guys, are you writing the sentence? Okay, Hari Krishna says in this picture there's a woman with trolley holding in her and hand looking to shop some fresh fruits in the market. Okay, Hari Krishna. Cool.
Kajal, if you're not able to see the screen, right, just log out and log back in. It might work.
Okay, guys. So let's proceed forward. Okay, some of the introductory statements. Okay, Hari Krishna, that's a good start, as you told in this picture. But I'm giving you more examples because this question is going to repeat minimum 3 times, right? Okay, you can't use the same introduction each time. Okay, you can also use sentences like the first sentence always talks about imagine you are describing the picture to a blind person. Okay, so first you're going to tell that it's a picture, right? So this image depicts, or this picture shows, or in this photograph there is a woman. Got it? First we always introduce. Okay, so yeah, so this is a picture of a woman shopping in a supermarket. Okay, this image shows a woman shopping for a fruit in supermarket. Hari Krishna, good job. Okay, now next, after doing that, be descriptive. Okay, how to be descriptive? Write about actions of the person. Okay, when you're talking about actions, is the person standing, or as Hari Krishna mentioned, the woman is holding trolley in her hand and looking to shop. So here he is mentioning about the actions of the person, right? So describe if the person is standing or watching something or playing. Okay, and describe the objects or people. Okay, describe if the person is the woman in the picture looks younger. Okay, the young woman. Now, you can also write about the location of the things in the image. Okay, this is a very important thing. You can describe the locations using your prepositional phrases. Let me explain about it. Okay, so here, if you look at this, on top of, you can use these prepositional phrases. Okay, at the top, to the left. Okay, so I can say that there is a glass to the right of the person in the image, in the corner, at the bottom, underneath the table, in the background of the person, in the front of the table, or directly opposite to the bridge. Anything according to the image shown to you. Try to add positional phrases, prepositional phrases. With that, you will be able to describe about the image better. Okay, so be descriptive. If I am trying to be descriptive about this image, look at this example. Okay, she is looking down at the large pile of ripe pineapples. Okay, to her left, and thinking hard about whether to buy one or not. Got it? So this particular sentence is clearly describing about this woman looking at the ripe pineapples. Okay, and look at the description. Ripe pineapples. They are explaining about this. How are the pineapples? They are ripe. Okay, how is she thinking? She's thinking hard. Now, last one is, this is interesting, guys. Always make a guess or prediction. So, what does this mean? You can say, suppose, you can think, see, she looks like she's confused. She seems to be confused, or she seems to be happy. Okay, these all are your predictions from a photo. Okay, so I can also say she seems to be blushing looking at the pineapples, thinking about something in her mind. That is also a prediction, right? So here they're not going to see, they're just trying to understand how better you are at your English. Okay, so it seems like, it looks like, I guess that, I think. You can also use some modal verbs like she might be confused, or she may look at other fruits. She must buy pineapples, something like that. Okay, so let's see some predictions. It seems that she is going to buy one of the pineapples. Okay, I guess she won't buy a pineapple this time. I think she's having a hard time choosing the best pineapple to buy. See, all these are some examples of the predictions of this image. Okay. So, and uh, like yesterday, spelling and punctuation are always important. Always start a sentence with capital letter, end a sentence with full stop, question mark, exclamation based on the sentence. Use commas to separate a series. Okay. Make sure you always use this for and, nor, but, or, yet. These are very important. These are called coordinating conjunctions. You can use this to add multiple sentences and make them complex sentences. Okay. Now, this is your final answer. Cool? Got it, guys? So now, give me a second, guys. I want you to look at this image, okay, and try writing your own sentences without this sentences on the left, okay? Don't focus on the sentences on the left. Try writing first introductory statement based on this photo. Come on. Only the introductory statement. I've given few examples on the screen itself, but I want you to try writing on your own. Come on. No, 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 Kajal. Focus on the introductory statement. I've given some examples also, right? See, I'm showing it again for you. These are some of the introductory statements. Always use an introductory statement. Got it? The image depicts. Talk about the picture. Let me share. Yeah. In this photograph, there is a teacher, Hari Krishna, a teacher teaching by having a screen in the background. Okay. Good, Hari Krishna. Cool. Come on, guys. Okay, Kajal says the teacher is teaching their children with the focus. Okay, but Kajal, as I told you, just use the introductory sentence. Okay. Any other answers, guys? Come on. Okay, Kajal. Here, I just want to correct you, Kajal. The first sentence is gonna be a overall introduction of the image. Okay, so the image depicts the children uh, give more focus on their teacher. Okay, that can be the second sentence where you're describing. Okay, it can be uh, anything, because your sentence is, it is seeming introductory, but the explanation seems as it is going deeper. The image depicts that the children, okay, or you can just correct the sentence in this way: the image depicts that the children are paying attention to their teacher, something like that. Cool. Sairam says the picture shows an interesting tutor conducting a quiz for the class children. Good, Sairam. Okay. Hari Krishna, yes, 50 word count is mandatory. If anything more is very good. Okay. Jyotika says the picture about a teacher teaching to a student. The picture is, you can say, Jyotika, picture is about a teacher teaching to the students. Okay. Uh, so, guys, to avoid grammar mistakes, always try to use the templates I'm trying to share with you. Okay. Now, Kajal, try writing as many sentences as possible. Okay. I want to understand you guys are getting the exact format I'm trying to give you. Now, guys, now try explaining the surroundings or the actions of the teachers or students or what's happening in the room. Come on. The second sentence should be about description. Come on, guys. So these are not direct templates, but this is how to think and how to write is what I'm trying to give it to you. The students in the foreground are listening to Hari Krishna to the teacher. Okay, with all attention to teacher. And one more small correction, Hari Krishna, you don't have to use the same word multiple times in a single sentence. Okay, teacher came twice, you see. So the students in the foreground are listening to the teacher with all attention. That's all, the sentence is completed. Okay, yeah, good. Any more answers, guys? Come on. Anusha says the teacher is standing beside the screen and teaching a lesson to the students. Good, Anusha. I missed your introductory statement, Anusha. That would have given me your complete view at the picture. But good one. Jyotika says, in front of teacher, there are 5 students. Good observation, Jyotika. That is a good observation. You counted the number of students. They are listening to the teacher. Okay, good. See, guys, the more you try to look into the picture and observe and write, that's great because you only got 1 minute to write. Okay, yeah, you will be able to look at the image while writing. Okay, Kajal says the teacher gives his virtuous focus on their students. Okay, uh, Kajal, just the teacher gives. Okay, you have to use teacher gives, that's all. Teacher gives his virtuous focus to their students. Okay, because on is a proposition word. Here we use to the students. Okay, cool, good. Next, guys, come on, come on. Any more students? Sairam says, in addition to it, he's instructing the rules of the quiz, which is going to be conducted on the smart screen, and students were actively listening to the tutor. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Sairam, your first sentence was also about the quiz, and in the second sentence, you tried to add again about the rules of the quiz. He's instructing the rules of the quiz, which is going to be conducted on the smart screen. It is good. Okay, it is great actually. Great. Good story, Sairam, I would say. Any other answers, guys? And all see, guys, look at the answer of Sairam. He used this word in addition to it. Okay, that is also a good way of writing. Uh, Kodanti Chandrakant, just try ending the call and joining again. You will be able to see the presentation. Okay. Now, uh, guys, let's move to the last part of it. Okay. Now, let's try making an observation. Let's try making a prediction. Okay, from this image. Let's try guessing. I'll show you some phrases. Make a guess. Okay, you can use any of this guess prediction sentences, or you can make your own ones. Okay, try guessing something. Come on, guys. You will be given only 1 minute in the examination to write. It seems like the students are enjoying the way of teaching with technology. Good, 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 good guess, Hari Krishna. Come on, guys, faster. Jyotika, Anusha, Kajal, let's do this. This is the last thing. If you write this, then you are done with this kind of question. You'll be very confident. Okay, then I am moving to the answers. So, guys, just look at the kind of description you can have. Okay, so this is a photo of a teacher teaching a class of young school students. Guys, we only have 1 minute to write, so we can't write so much. Got it? So, let's just try keeping it as small as possible. Yes, Sairam, I only have this small suggestion to give it to you. Keep it as small as possible because we only have 1 minute and we also have to complete faster so that we can make sure that we have, we did not miss out on any grammar stuff and other stuff. Okay. Now, look at this. So, this is a photo of a teacher teaching a class of young school students. The students are listening carefully to what the teacher is saying. He must be an effective teacher as the students are focusing well on the lesson. Okay. Now, type 2, another example is this is an image of a modern classroom. The teacher is standing in front of students who sat in rows. There's a large interactive screen behind the teacher that is likely being used for an educational game. So, if you see, introductory statement, and then the next one is about, mostly the positions, the actions, and then the last sentence is about a guess or a prediction mostly. Okay, so guys, now you tell me, are you guys confident about how to solve this, how to write about a photo now? Give me a quick thumbs up. Okay, so all you have to do now is you need practice. Try solving them as much as possible. This should run into your mind as soon as you see an image, how to start it, what to start, and then you try, you should be able to directly catch the actions of the people or the subject in the photo, and the sentence you should run from your brain. You have to write it and then try to make a prediction from it. Okay, just look at the images, try making the sentences in your mind. Okay, make sure that you will be able to type it under 1 minute. As much as possible, practice it. Try looking at the answers also later on so that your grammar is also on point, and try using perfect grammar. You can also use websites such as Grammarly so that it can help you, it can help you with your grammar, correct your grammar. Okay. Okay, guys, tomorrow we have another very important writing concept, and I want all of you to be uh, present and be prepared so that we all can work on the writing and be ready for the examination for the writing. Cool. Okay, guys, any other doubts? We'll be completing this course by next Friday, 2 weeks. So, next Friday, we'll be done with everything. Any other questions, guys? Okay. Chandrakant says this image shows a teacher is teaching by video presentation to students and the students are clear. Good, Chandrakant. Good one. Any other questions, guys?
Just one small correction, Chandrakant. The there that you have used is wrong over here.
What?
The there. This image shows a teacher is teaching by video presentation to their students.
Okay.
EIR will come there.
Okay. Cool. Any other questions, guys? Chandrakant, the feedback was for you in your message to THEIR, their students. Got it? Everything else is correct, Chandrakant. Sairam, you can continue from today. Okay. Uh, Today, tomorrow. So every day we are going to discuss new topics, new question types, and whatever you missed on, you can continue it next to next week also, and you can also have access to our recordings in the website. Okay, but I recommend you to try attending the classes live so that you can I can help you in person correcting your answers. Okay, guys, I'll hand it over to our moderator, Sanya. Sanya, can you please take over?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, guys,